It's day 4, and we've gotten off to a fantastic start. We've taken more than our first steps in this 1cc adventure. I'm sorry, that was so bad. Let's just roll the clip.
Previously on the Quarter Pumper.
Oh, one more life. Oh my god. No. That's right. Yesterday was a big day. We, on our first, on a single credit, made it all the way to the heart. Got in a good few licks, and I think we are super close. So let's drop in our first credit, and yeah, let's go. If you are new here, welcome to the Quarter Pumper, where we normally play through classic arcade games in an effort to answer a single question. And that question is, how much would it cost us to beat this game in an arcade when we were kids? But if you've been my player too, you know that we are striving to make that answer 25 cents. That's right. We go on side quests, because side quests are fun and awesome, right? I love a side quest. I love a good side quest. And our side quests are 30-day challenges, typically, of streaming an arguably hard arcade game every day to see if cumulatively an average adult gamer can get good at these video games. And so typically we start with no skills, and we chronicle the whole journey start to finish. And I only play these games on stream, so you get to see like every single second of every single gameplay session. We're doing Contra. Contra is the fourth, believe it or not, fourth game in this series, in this 1cc series. We have successfully in the past 1cc'd X-Men the arcade game, 1cc'd Ghouls N Ghosts, and 1cc'd Splatterhouse. Arguably 3 of the more difficult arcade games out there. And we're super close to getting it done here with Contra. Maybe today, maybe tonight. Who knows? You never know what's going to happen. I got a good feeling though, because we've had some successful gaming sessions. And I feel good about it. If you're new here, let me explain. The numbers on the bottom of the screen represent how many credits we are using to play this game. And the top number is how many we use per game. And at this point, it is going to be 25 cents always. We'll reset the counter for every try, but we are only doing 1 credit runs. So that number should always be 25 cents. The bottom number, though, is the sum total of credits we would have spent up until now to learn the game, to develop the Contra-ing skills that we have today to be able to do this. I liken it to speedrunning, but for slightly less skilled players. I need to get this beat. There we go. We got it. For slightly less skilled players who need to take their time to get through games. But it's our way of tracking our progress in this 1cc challenge. So, all right, we got that. We got this. We got that. I'm going to get the spread, because we do need the spread to be able to take all this stuff out as quickly as possible. I got scared there. I didn't know if the barrier was still intact with that guy running behind us. But yeah, so the numbers are our way of tracking our progress. And it's a super interesting ride to see exactly how much we would have had to pump into an arcade machine back in the day to get good, right? Like everyone is like, oh yeah, when I was a kid, I used to be able to 1cc Double Dragon. Well, that's great, but how many tries did it take you before you were able to 1cc that game, for real? Oh man. This is the hardest room for me, for whatever reason. I should have been more to the left because we had the spread. Oh, look, we just got the spread back. So there we go. Yeah, right. So we keep track of how many credits we have spent to learn the game so that we can confidently say an average adult gamer with some basic skills takes this amount of money, takes this amount of time to be able to do this. And this series is so much fun. These streams are so much fun. I have a great time. I really enjoy everyone that attends, all of your tips, tricks, hacks, strats, all the good stuff. Oh, that's gonna be a thing. I missed that guy too. Oh no, this whole run I think has gone down the garbage chute, Flyboy. So we'll see what happens. We always play through every credit because you never know what can happen in these games, right? Like, so I like to play through every single credit through its completion. And look at that dodging. That's some Contra dodging there. One of my strats that I have determined is to try to not jump on this boss, because I think that it is more beneficial to have more control, and I like to alternate hits. All right, well that was our warm-up run. That feels okay. I feel okay. Let's check the chat. Let's see who's here. Ken S is here. Ken says, "I think you got this one in the bag soon." Yeah, based on how we did yesterday, I think you're right. Strange Ian says, "I concur." That's right. Julia Simpson, welcome to the stream. Said hi. Hey, thanks for joining tonight. I'm super excited to get this done tonight. Right? What, Ken? All right, and Andre's here, representing. Hey y'all, Andre, welcome. I know it's a late night for you. Andre, how is your Splatterhouse? How's your Splatterhouse stream going? I don't know if I've seen any of your streaming recently, but I'd be curious to see how you're doing on that. So let's reset our counter and let's go again. Yeah, plenty of time. If you haven't been to these streams before, we approach games a little different. I think it's been partly speedrunning, partly, I don't know, hacking or trying to manipulate games in some way, but using strats that will optimize our extra lives and or power-ups that I think help us get as far as we can on a single credit. So, for example, I have decided to not get any weapons in the first two stages. That's this jungle stage and the first base stage. So I'll avoid all the weapons, and that's because I want to get the barrier power up at the start of the waterfall, stage 3, and that only appears if you do not have a weapon, if you're just using your standard machine gun. So at the start of that stage. So try to go through the first two stages without getting any weapons, because we can, right? Stage 1 and Stage 2 are supposed to be easy to draw you in, to get your quarter, to get you to play, and then the difficulty ramps up. And I think after the waterfall, the difficulty on this game does ramp up some. Not as much as I think the NES version, because I think the NES version is super difficult on those later stages, but doable. This game is significantly shorter than the NES version, so we crank out a bunch of runs in one stream. And here we go. Okay, we're doing good on this time. There's a lot of button mashing in Contra. Let's go, let's go. We got him. Alright, this is where I say my Japanese Sumitsu buttons in my 8-bit 2 arcade stick come in handy. Okay, we got that. We'll get the fireballs just in case. Here we go. I do want to try to get the spread gun as we get up here. We got it, yeah. Oh no! Oh, we just made that. That was sketchy. Alright, we got it. We got it. And the barrier. And just chill. Alright, we can breathe. We can breathe now. I think I have a really bad habit of holding my breath during these tense moments. And we're doing great. We have yet to die. We have the weapon we want. We are at base 2. As long as we get through this. I wanted to let the red guy get through. Oh, come on, man. I wanted to let the red guy get through so as not to pick up a weapon that I didn't want, but at this point, now I will take any weapon they give me. Should we wait for one here? It's a machine gun. Okay. Machine gun will do. Let's go. We get to save our button mashing wrist for a moment. I don't know if I'm hitting him or not. Alright, we did. I was too focused on looking at Bill down at the bottom of the screen. Oh. This is where that player 2 trick would be handy on the NES version. I think if you were playing a single player on the NES version, you could hold up on the player 2 controller to shoot upwards, right? Was that right? Was that? Oh, I didn't realize that I still had that guy. Another base 2. Another base 2 just... Let's at least try to get one of these heads this time. I think the machine gun is actually less effective than the regular weapon on this one. On this particular boss, because the machine gun has that burst, and if you don't time the burst correctly, you miss hitting the head entirely. And so I think that makes it a little more challenging. Let's see. Strange Ian says, channel your inner Shohei and dodge those e-bullets. Andre, the 1 a.m. arcade train is rolling. Andre also says, spent the last 2 Saturdays live streaming 4 and 6 hours of building your arcade stick. I saw that and used up almost all of my internet quota. So you haven't been streaming Splatterhouse since last live build. I get that. But when you do, I will join and watch your Splatterhouse live streams because I'm invested in that story. Much like I think some of you are invested in this story. All right, let's see if let's try hard. Let's make it past base 2 on this run. Yeah? Yeah. We will pay close attention to what's going on. duck. We know how to duck there. We know how to duck here. Getting some extra points to get extra lives. Like, I think that actually gives you extra points. Just gonna wait a moment. Because we have no time limit on this first stage, unlike the base stages. And advance. Yeah, look at that. We're gonna finish with 36,000 points. Alright, let's go. Let's go. In a lot of these sections, I will prioritize just going for the sensors to get through as quickly as possible, so that there's less potential for taking damage and getting a weapon that we don't want. Here we go. We're in place for this one. Easy, easy. Let's take out all the cannons. Oh. There we go. That was good. That was good. Okay, we got that side. Go for the right side. Go for the player 2 side. Dodge that. And here we go. Like Huntrix, we're golden. Let's go. Huntrix. If you don't know what Huntrix is, it's from K-pop Demon Hunters, the Netflix movie, animated movie, which is actually pretty good. I suggest you give it a watch if you're down with Netflix and animated movies and K-pop. Oh no! Oh no! That did not go to plan. Oh no. I think we have to take our time here now and take out all the stuff. Oh, I jumped up into that bullet. Oh, I jumped into that bullet too. I think that's it. That was it for this one, man. So, in my opinion, the most important power-up is always going to be the barrier power-up, because the barrier power-up is a little OP, a little overpowered in this game, and it basically allows you to skip the entirety of stage 3 and the entirety of the hangar stage when you get the barrier at the beginning of that. So it gets you right from the hangar all the way through to the back half of the alien's lair. So okay, let's go here. Andre says streaming again soon as the quota resets. Stick is functional but not finished, so I have one more stream about it to do before making the proper 10-minute video as well. Oh, awesome. Awesome. That's the biggest thing in arcade enthusiasts' realm. The building something that is functional and then you start playing and then projects get stunted. I used to frequent a message board. Do people remember what message boards are? I know my Gen X family does. You guys all know what message boards are. Bulletin boards. I used to frequent one called BYOAC, which was Build Your Own Arcade Controls. I think it's still active. And people would just like build these crazy cabinets and Franken cabs and controllers and joysticks, and it was awesome. It was where I learned how to where to order a whole bunch of this stuff, that all these arcade parts and components that weren't as readily available today as they were back in the early 2000s. All right, let's... Oh, we just ducked in time. I was looking at the score to see how many points busting open the pod gives you, and I think it's 10,000 points. I'm usually not so aware of the points, but I think in this game, because we need to rely on extra lives, that the points might make a difference, because you get an extra life at 30,000, 70,000, and then again, I think at 170,000. And I think those are all the extra lives you can possibly get, because I think the next one after that is another 70,000. That would be 240,000 points, which I don't think you can accomplish before you get to the heart. Okay, we got that. I delay standing up sometimes just because I've been burned so many times by getting hit by a stray bullet. There we go. Alright, we got that. We got this. Go over to Lance's side. Although in this version, I think you can run to either side after you complete this level. Unlike the NES version where your player has to run to the designated side, you can run to the... Oh, come on, man. You run to the closest side. I thought we could dodge that without moving. I was too brave. Yeah, we'll take Lance's elevator up. Again. What is our deal? I think I need to stay down. Stay down to get the B. All right, here we go. Oh, the rock. The rock says, know your role and shut your mouth. Less talking and more blasting. Oh. I think hope we didn't jinx ourselves at the beginning of the stream. Let's check the chat. There's a whole bunch of fun stuff going on in here. Andre says, and I got the controller to switch cameras and trigger scenes in OBS, so things are moving along. Oh, that's fun. That's when it gets to be like a production. Yeah, back in the day, sourcing parts was way hard, but a joystick is only 4 switches and 5 wires, so making one wasn't too hard. Nico, welcome to the stream. Hey, good luck, QP. Super Contra next. Oh yeah, I should do Super Contra. That's right. We should do Super Contra after this. Andre says I'm doing a cardboard aluminum fight stick build next. Awesome. Making the cheapest fight stick in the world. That's hilarious. Kenna says, if you could recommend an already built arcade stick, which one would you suggest? For me, I think it depends on what platform, what you're using it for. If it's PC or Switch or Xbox or whatever system you're using, and then it depends on how you prefer to connect your controller. If you want to prioritize convenience or if you want to prioritize performance, I think really any of the base models of brands like 8BitDo or Mayflash, or I have a Quamba, their entry models are pretty good. For some applications though, like for me specifically because I stream, I want one that is more quiet. So if the body of the stick is too large and resonant, the button presses are too loud, right? But then also if you want to mod your joysticks after aftermarket parts. You can pretty much do that with any fight stick these days. It used to be that like Mad Cat was the only brand that had fight sticks that were any good, but Hori, I think are fine fight sticks. Yeah, but I like my 8-bit do one. It's because it's versatile. It has a bunch of different. You can connect via Bluetooth or a USB dongle or a USB cable, and it works. The older model works for PC and Switch, which are the two uses that I have. And it's easy to open up in mod, and it has a bunch of extra buttons and functions like that. But I think any stick these days, they're all kind of comparable. The big kicker when it comes to arcade sticks, I think, is the more expensive ones you'll find have aftermarket parts already installed on them. So if you want a specific joystick, a specific lever, a specific type of button, then those are already pre-installed in some of the higher models. But otherwise, if you're just looking for something casual, like, yeah, any of these base models work fine, and that's all I use. I have a Mayflash, let's run away from that. I have a Mayflash F101, which is their entry-level stick. The 8-bit do is an entry-level stick, and I have a Quamba M2 drone, I think it's called, and that is also like an entry-level stick. So they seem fine for me. Part of what I like to consider when choosing a fight stick are the ergonomics, the design of the base, and whether or not it's weighted, because that, look at, what am I doing? That impacts the feel of a stick. If it's too lightweight, if you're playing it on a table, it might move too much. If you have it on your lap, the shape of the actual box makes a difference. All right, we got the barrier this time. Here we go. Nothing's gonna stop us now. Let's go. But yeah, I think as long as you don't buy a really cheap one off of AliExpress or something, because some of those are just garbage. They're just super plasticky, super brittle, super not gonna last under the wear and tear of what you would expect. And I forgot to get the spread. I forgot to get the spread gun. I was so excited about talking about fight sticks. Here we go. Let's go this way. I gotta wait. Oh, again with that explosion. I think the explosion happened. I think I jumped into the explosion. I can't chase that guy down. You either get the jumping guys or you don't. I think that was a good move to move over. I think that hand grenade would have hit us. But really, are they hand grenades? They're shaped more like dynamite sticks, right? Maybe it's just alien technology. Alien tech that we cannot hope to understand. Alright, we're gonna do this with the machine gun. In base 2. We're gonna do this with our standard gun. With our standard gun. Oh, what? I didn't see that. Oh, the struggle is real today. Oh, what are we? Oh, we couldn't get away. Uh-oh, here comes the barrage. Oh, we're not gonna... Oh, we got an extra life though, so let's do this. Right here. There we go. We know what to do. Get this going on. Ah. All right. Well, at least we made it up to. We made it up to the snow field. Andre made some good suggestions. Oh, the Mayflash 500 Elite with Sanwa parts. Yeah, definitely good. Robo Z Hunter, good to see you in the stream tonight. If you can earn a 1cc in Final Fight someday, you become my rival. Oh man, Final Fight is one of those games that I love, but it seems like it's so long and so hard. It's like that's one of the hard ones. If he can, Kenneth says, if he can 1cc Final Fight, he becomes a god. Been trying that fricker forever. Yeah, it's a long game, especially because it's that fire section in the factory that gets me every single time. Roboy Z Hunter says, yes, you did. If anything explodes, don't jump. Yeah. Oh yeah. In the base 2, I did jump and I went into the explosion. Yeah. So, that's. I will not jump next time. Andre says most entry-level brand sticks are good enough, but usually don't have arcade quality hardware. Yeah, I think that's basically what the biggest issue is with some of those beginner entry sticks. The controls don't seem to last or have weird actuation. General Goose, good to see you. Hello, I'm new to your channel. I didn't know you streamed. Well, welcome to the stream. We stream, I guess, like almost every day. Dare I say every day? We stream these 30-day challenges to see if we can get good at some of these video games. So aside from our regular content, which is a quarter pumping mentality, because my gaming skills are, I guess I have to say my gaming skills are slightly above average now. But I got a quarter pump through most arcade games. But in this series, in our live streams, we practice one game for a set amount of time to try to 1cc them. That's one credit clear to get good, right? Because people were like, "Oh man, I could beat that arcade game on one. I could one credit clear that arcade game. It took you $5." And I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's a blind playthrough." So, this series is really born to shut down the haters, I guess, and show them that, oh yeah, well, we can 1cc arcade games. So, yes, welcome to the 1cc stream. And I think we're close. We're close. We can 1cc, one credit up to the alien lair, up to the boss heart. If we pay attention, if we get a little bit of Contra luck, and if we don't do that, there we go. I've said this before, I think part of my issue with some of these games is I like to use a specific lever, specific joystick in my fight sticks. that has... Oh, we dodged it. That has a short throw, which means it's super responsive to inputs. So, like in that last room, I ran into the electricity, right? Because I accidentally pressed up. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, we're dodging that. All right, successfully made it to the waterfall with all of our lives. Oh, again with the bee. Again with missing the bee. Why you gotta be like that, man? Why you gotta be like that? We're just going for it. We're just going all the way. We can get this, though. Alright, that's that. Cover our back, and here we go. Into the base. Let's take out the cannons. See if we can't get ourselves a gun. Of course, the one that requires the most precision. Oh, why am I running? But we got it. I was so scared. Yeah, laser takes out sensors, the small sensors, in a single shot. There we go. How fun is that? I think that has to be one of the more satisfying parts of this game. Can we get this guy in one shot? I missed. The apex of the jump, at the apex of the jump. There we go. Who uses the word apex in a sentence in real life? Oh, I probably wanted to see what that was. That could have been a spread. All right, let's do this with this guy. All right, we got them all. We got them all. We got them all. Oh, Birdman. Missed there. Missed there. Oh, these guys are... just trying to survive. The bubbles are too much. Why's it gotta be bubbles? Why's it gotta be bubbles? Why's it gotta be bubbles? Oh, it's Splatterhouse, it was bubbles. In this game, it's bubbles. Yeah. Boom. General Goose says, I watched your Splatterhouse video, which was very impressive, completing that with 1 credit. Thanks. That was, yeah, so that's the goal of these streaming series. They start as a noob, and then the ultimate goal is to be able to 1cc at the end of it. And so we've done that on 3 other occasions, and we will do this on Contra. Maybe tonight. Well, you never know. You never know. Maybe a little less conversation, a little more action. Ready? Let's do it. Here we go. Yeah, Splatterhouse is such a fun game. I had never played the arcade version. I'd barely played the TurboGrafx 16 version before we did the stream. And so if you go and watch the first stream in that series, let's just see how awful I was then. But it's nothing that average gamers can't eventually learn how to do. I wanted to get this, I'm going to pop this thing open. Not that I'm going to get the weapon, but we get bonus points. And that could make the difference. Splatterhouse is a fun game, but the pacing is so much different than Contra. Contra feels very like go, 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 especially on the base levels which have timers. Seems ludicrous to me. But I guess it has that sense of urgency to go along with the soundtrack. I didn't think the cannon can hit you from that cannon could hit you on that side, but apparently I was wrong. Oh, one of the tactics that I just learned is that on these base levels, when you're lying down, you can actually just jump. You don't have to stand and then jump. You can just jump straight from that prone position, which I think does not impact the height of the jump. So that's something that I definitely need to remember. Alright, we gotta focus to get the B here. Oh. I don't know why we're having problems getting that barrier. We had zero problems with that yesterday. Oh, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna wait a second for that. All right. Even though sometimes these one credit clears can be frustrating, we gotta remember my mantra for the year, right? Which is any day that we get to play video games is a good day. And I've been waiting to play this game all day, so yeah, regardless of how the outcome goes, we're having a good time just by hanging out and just by playing some video games together. Nico says, bubbles are the quarter pumper's weakness. Yeah, bubbles, super effective. Gosh. Andre says, bubbles are round, quarters are round. Illuminati confirmed, exactly. Although I don't know if I ever struggled with, was it Bubble Man in Mega Man? Was Bubble Man in Mega Man 2? Is Bubble Man in Mega Man 2? I don't remember. There were so many Mega Man games that I feel like Bubble Man was probably in arguably the hardest Mega Man game, Mega Man 2. Alright. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. That's it. Destroy this jungle. Bust through the jungle. We got the wall. Good to go. Colonel Jessup on the wall. Was it Colonel Jessup? General Jessup? Colonel Jessup. Few good men, yeah? You need me on the wall? You want me on that wall? Here we go. Run to the side. There we go. We don't have to be lazy. We can take out that cannon on that side. Like, see, check this out. I'm prone. Yeah. Jumping height is the same if you are lying or standing. All right, we made it just in time with 19 seconds to spare. Just because we had to do that, we had to do our jumping experiment. So jumping from a prone position and jumping from standing position is the same height. So that should help make evading things quicker. Something I did not know you could do before, like today. So see, you learn something new every day, right? All right, let's go. No pressure to get a B here. Let's go. Got that, thankfully. Get this. We get the spreader. Here we go. Efficiency of movement. Oh, behind us. There we go. We just watched Bill at the bottom of the screen. Don't worry about the top. Nothing's coming from the top. And we're good. All right, deep breath. Let's go. Oh, I dodged those explosions. There we go. Okay, 2 down. Big bucks and no weapons. Can we get double spreads? Does it make it go faster? Is that just an urban legend that if you double up a weapon, it goes faster? Oh, that was brave of me. Oh no! You jerk! You jerk! Oh, you jerk! It ruined our perfect run so far. That was that one weapon that came in right at the end, and this just destroyed us. Maybe that was just so demoralizing to think that we were having the ideal run, and then it got derailed by an errant weapon. See if we can make the best of this. Oh, we're not getting anywhere close today. Oh man, we were so close. That spread is our life. Spread is our life. Let's take it to the chat. Let's see. We're going up a little bit. Bubble Man was Mega Man 2. Thanks, Strange Aeon. Yeah, that's what I thought. General Goose says, thinking about it, there were a lot of bubbles in games back then. Yeah, like Bubble Bobble. Like Bubble Bobble. Andre says, QP should probably not try to 1cc Bubble Bobble. Oh yeah, also my next game after Splatterhouse, Bubble Bobble. I'm gonna have to get like one of my family members to tackle that with me. Strange Eon says, Bubbles in Zelda 2. Admittedly, Zelda 2 is a game I never could get into. I think because I loved the first Zelda so much that I just couldn't get into the difference in how it played. Pang was Bubbles as well. Oh yeah, right. Or how about Bust a Move? That was a good bubble game. Bubbles were a staple in 80s games. Exactly. Kenna says, when bubbling the bubble, pull up a chair. You're gonna be there a while. Exactly. Pang equals Buster Bros. Oh, right. That's where you blow up. You explode bubbles or balloons. Palpuck, welcome to the stream tonight. Do the chosen patch in the underground actually do anything? Do the chosen patch in the underground actually do anything? I'm not sure what that means. Strange Again says, I think that doubling up on weapons adds weapon speed in Suburban Legend. Suburban Legend, yeah. The R power up is speed, weirdly enough, makes the shots travel faster. Yeah, that's something that I never was able to figure out. How to stack weapons in Contra. Especially I think the NES version, like, you know, that like schoolyard playground myth was, oh yeah, doubling up weapons makes it go faster, or you can stack R's and other weapons. So the R has to have some kind of modifier to it. But without knowing the code and how it was all written, who has any clue? Like we were talking about the other day, R seems pretty useless in a lot of situations. Maybe in all situations. What I get thrown off about is how the machine gun here behind me is an actual gun, but some of the other weapons are the wing icons. So I don't know. I don't know what the difference between the laser and the machine gun is in this game, because they're both guns, as opposed to B and R and S and F, which are the icons. So it's such a weird design choice, and that I think they rectified in the NES version. It feels like the NES version was like, oh yeah, this is the game we wanted to make, but for whatever reason, the arcade version didn't come out that way, right? Like the jumping feels more precise in the NES version. The levels are longer and are more varied. Alright, we got this. Here we go. Okay, there's that. Dodge that guy. Get some hits in early. Okay, there we go. All right, here we go. Deep breath. All right, we got what we need. Let's go, let's go. Oh, baby, you got what I need. You say he's just a friend. Say he's just a friend. And Bill, Bill has no friends in this game right now. He's flying solo. All right, here we go. We got this. We got this. Be chill, man. Be chill. Be chill. Alright. Waterfall down. Let's go, base. All your bases belong to us. Thank you for being a spread. And thank you for not taking the spread. See? We know what we're doing. Didn't double up in case that happened. Playing with intention. Here we go. Let that guy pass. Here we go. More intentional Contra-ing. There we go. One more room. What happened there? What happened there? Oh, we got on the weird side of that. Okay, well it's okay. We have the fireball, which is not a bad weapon to have in this particular stage. If we can keep said fireball. Ah, what do we do? Immediately get shot in the foot. Gosh, man. This is not boding well for us today. Saved by the bubble there, that shot. Saw that guy sneaking on the side. Do we quit while we're do we quit while we're down? Do we go one more time to finish strong? Man. Let's check the chat before we make a decision on this. Oh, the lower paths. Do choosing the path in the underground actually do anything? In this game, in Contra, there's only in the bases, you have to go left or right. It's like a maze. So one side is the exit to advance to the next room, and the other side is a wall, which when you think about it doesn't make sense because enemies enter from both sides of the room, even though one side is a solid wall. I'll show you the next time we're up there. Kenna says there's actually only one path. Oh yeah, like Kenna says, the other way is the wall that stops your progression through the base. Andre says there is a Williams arcade game from '82 that is literally called Bubbles, a game that I will clearly not play ever. Strange Ian says, who does all your base belong to? Us, exactly. All your base belong to Jim. Weapons are stacked in Super Contra, not Contra. Oh, that could be a fun mechanic to explore when we get to Super Contra. Yeah. Well, if the base is a bottle, you keep a lot of time in it. Yeah, exactly. Super Contra, NES or arcade. We'll have to explore that. The only other Contra games that I have experience with are I played Contra on the Game Boy, which was Super C, and I played whatever the DS version of Contra was, which actually was a really, really slept-on game, I think. Contra on the Nintendo DS. Because it had a bunch of different versions. You could play as Protectobots, which... Alright, this game... We don't normally quit games, but I think this game is toast. Yeah. We didn't get anywhere in that game. Oh, and the other Contra game that I have a lot of experience with was Contra 3 Alien Wars on the SNES. Right, I think those were my core Contra games. All right, let's reset this counter. Let's shake out our hands, and here we go. Let's go. Let's go one last time. One more time. We're gonna celebrate. We are busting out troops here. Shooting forward, ducking, dodging cannons, blasting turrets, getting the sneaky guy, opening weapons, ducking to make sure we are safe, taking out the guy on the wall. There we go. And there we go. Into the hole. Yeah, so see, look. If you go on the side, you can't go to the left. You have to go to the right to advance to the next room. So it adds a component of... I don't know what it adds. Maybe it makes you feel like you're playing the game more. Because you get to choose your own path. And maybe that's why there's a timer, so that it gets you to get thrown off. But I mean, once you know the way, it's pretty easy to navigate the base. We're not taking any chances. We're being chill. Being chill here. There we go. We got that. Dodge that one. There we go. Okay, some button mashing time. Let's go. I like the detail of how the eye slows down when it's taking hits. Like, it has this ever so slight slowdown when it's taking shots. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, it's all going to plan. Blasting everything we see. Getting spreads. There we go. All right, we're flying through this one. We're flying through this one. Right through. Got it. Got it. We're at the side wall just to make sure we don't get a weapon. Alright, that was lucky. Let's look out for the red guy. Did not come out that time. Okay. Got that. Dodge that weapon. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's go, everybody. Little intense focus here. Nothing sneaks down. Switch it up. How many hits? How many? Oh, we got it. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, of course. Of course. Oh, and of course, he took a bullet to the head. All right, let's finish strong. Let's finish strong. That was some slick switching. Let's make sure we get the machine gun here. Oh, come on, man. All right, we got the machine gun. Here we go, here we go. Should maybe be able to get an extra life. We get 240,000 points, I think. So we'll see if that's a possibility. Got him. Energy zone. We know what to do here, duck. Gonna wait one cycle. I think I'm going to try to... Oh, look at that tricky guy. I think I'm going to try to keep the machine gun. Heavy machine gun. Because I like it better than the laser. Oh, I knew it. I saw that. I was trying to stay down. I was trying to stay down. All right, we got the B. Let's go. Let's take it straight to the aliens. And let's see. Let's make the best of it. With no weapons. We can just bypass all that. We got the extra life, though. Because we made it to 240,000 points. Alright, let's see how this works out. Oh, that's one life. Oh, that's 2 lives. Let's get to the heart at least. Come on. Oh. Well, we finished strong, got to the heart, survived a couple alien face huggers jumping out at us, took out a couple of them, and I definitely think the key here is keeping a weapon up until the end. Specifically the spread gun. It's almost like you have to 1 LC, 1 life clear the last half of the game with the spread from base 2 on, or snowfield start on. So I think that's how we're gonna do it. That's the strategy we're gonna go moving forward. So, but yeah, I had a good time. Again, I'm the Quarter Pumper. Thanks so much for hanging out in these streams with me every day. I really appreciate all the support and the fun we have in the conversations and all your tips and yeah, it's just a good time. Any day that we get to play video games is a good day. So thanks for hanging out with me today. Enjoy the rest of your evening. Try to get some gaming in, be good to each other. And do you know what? We will hang out again tomorrow. Thanks, everybody.